Hi everyone, so today's video is going to be another weekly meal prep where I show you the meals that I make for my family to last us the week. And in this video I'm also going to be sharing my tips, tricks and hacks on how to get this done a lot quicker. I get all these meals cooked in just an hour, which is actually the fastest time I've ever cooked a week's worth of meals in. So if you enjoy watching content like this and you'd like to see more meal prep videos from me, make sure you subscribe and hit that thumbs up button, and let's get straight into this video. So we like to bulk cook our pancakes to last us the week. We don't have them every single day, but we like to have it at least 3 times a week. So my husband would usually take over on this part and make his famous pancakes that I can't quite master. And he'll make a bulk of this to last us the week. If you would like to see my pancake recipe, which I've actually filmed a video for, I will link it down below. They are very, very similar in taste, if not better, according to me. So that's what he's making. I will link the recipe down below. So he's just going to make the pancakes and let them cool down and put them in Tupperware containers so we can have them whenever we like. So the first hack I will share with you guys is if you are making multiple dishes that require onions, chop all the onions that you're going to need for all those dishes at once and just have it at the ready for whenever you need to use it, so you don't have to keep going back and forwards chopping onions. So I just chuck it all in my chopper, I pulse it so that it doesn't become mushy and it chops up really finely. This is how I like it. Perfect. So that's my onion done and out of the way. So the first dish I'm going to be making is my leek and potato soup. So I'm just going to cut that in half, and then I will need to wash this very thoroughly. If you are ever going to use leeks in any of your dishes, you really need to make sure you thoroughly wash it because it has a lot of sand in it, and if you don't do that and you just do it quickly, then you're going to miss out a lot of these sandy bits that you see right now. So I take my time, I wash all the sand off, each layer at a time, and then I will just go ahead, chop it all up. So it doesn't need to be chopped in any particular way when you're making this type of soup because it's all going to end up in a blender anyway. So just roughly chop it. So once that's chopped up, I'll get 2 pans, pop it on the hob. 1 pan will be for my soup and the other pan will be for my bolognese sauce. So this is another tip I'll give you guys if you're going to cook. So just put all the pans on the hob and basically multitask as you're cooking. Now we have the onions that we chopped up earlier. I will add some into each of the pans. Another tip I would give you guys if you like to cook with fresh garlic a lot is to just grate a lot of it, and then you just have it there ready and you can use it as of and when you need it. So I'm putting some into the pot that's going to be making the spaghetti bolognese sauce, and then I'm going to be putting some into the pot that's going to be making the soup. So what I like to do is usually cook 2 dishes or 3 dishes or 4 dishes at the same time so that it gets done around the same time, so everything's done a lot quicker. So whilst adding my leeks into that pot, I'll go ahead and wash my mincemeat and then add it into the other pot. So once again, I'm multitasking just to get everything done a lot quicker. So once the mincemeat is broken up and is all coated in the onion and garlic, I'll add in some passata. I'll usually fill up the box with water and add that in, and then I would also add in some tomato puree just to give it that nice rich red color. If you would like to see in-depth recipes for these 2 dishes I'm making right now, I will link them down below because I've already filmed them. I didn't want to repeat these steps once again. So if you want to see how I make this leek and potato soup, it will be linked down below and you can see an in-depth recipe list and how I make it, etc. So I have saved some leeks and potatoes just so that I can blend the other one that's in the pot smooth, and then I can add this in there just to have it bitsy. I really don't like it when soup is too smooth and there is no texture in there. Now I'm going to use that same chopper that I've used to blend the onions and just blend the soup. And then I had some spinach that we're going to go off soon, half a bag full. So what I did was washed it, blended it and added it into the soup along with the potato and remaining leeks. You can actually add any vegetables you like. This is a nice hidden veg and my kids won't notice, they'll just think that it's coriander. And now we're going to move on to my favorite recipe, which is the 1-pot pasta. My husband got me this Instant Pot for an early birthday present and I absolutely have been loving using it. So I've added in some avocado oil, added in the remaining onions. I'm going to saute that And then I added in some garlic that I forgot to show you. Then I washed some chicken breast and chopped it up into really tiny bite-sized pieces and added that in. Once that was in, I just basically waited for it to get all evenly white in color and make sure that it's cooked. And then we have the star of the show. I bought this tikka masala jar in Aldi and it is so good. One reason I really like these jars is because it comes with the spice that you can coat the chicken with. I take that, add it onto the chicken to give it some color, flavor, and I let that cook off for around 2 minutes just until the spices have cooked. Once that's done, I add in some uncooked penne pasta. Yes, you heard me right, uncooked. You don't need to cook the pasta beforehand. So I add in the jar, and then I filled up the jar twice with water, and it depends on how much pasta you have, so you just have to work that out. And then I added in 2 tablespoons of full-fat Greek-style yogurt, and then I just mix it all up together. And the last ingredient you're going to need is some tomato puree, and I forgot to show you guys that I actually added some extra salt. So at this point you want to taste for your salt. If you need more, just add. And then you're going to set your Instant Pot to pressure cook for 7 minutes, and that's it. It literally cooks in 7 minutes, believe it or not. Look at that, that's how it ends up looking. Perfect. So next I'm going to be making some lemon and herb chicken. So I've washed my chicken and I've dried it with tissue, and then I just put it on some baking sheet, and I just like to give it a bit of a bash just to flatten them and to make them as thin as possible so they can cook a lot quicker and it can just be a lot tender. So once that's done, I get some flour and I put it on a plate and I create my little flour spice mixture. You can buy a ready-made flour spice mixture from the shops, but I just like to make my own, and I didn't have time to show you guys the spices I used. So if you'd like a in-depth recipe for this, please let me know. I will make sure to do so. I actually don't remember what I added in there, if I'm honest. So once that's done, I dip the chicken into some lemon juice and olive oil mixture I made, and then I dip it back into the flour, and that's it. It's as simple as that. And then I just pan fry this. I don't like to deep fry my food. If you do want to, you can put it in the oven. Just to make this a lot healthier, I decided not to deep fry it, but if you want to, it will make it taste so much better if you deep fry this. I just pan fry all the chicken in some olive oil and avocado oil on both sides until they're brown, and they're done. So now I'm making some tilapia fish. I forgot I even had this out and defrosted, so I just added in some sauce that I had left over, which is a dill sauce. I added in some paprika, some coriander powder, salt and pepper. And then I just popped it on a pan of olive oil and butter and cooked both sides. Within like 2 minutes they were done. Tilapia cooks so quick, it's unreal. So that's the tilapia done. And then I decided I'm going to use half of this chicken and pasta mixture and basically turn it into cheesy pasta bake. So I put half of it in that dish, and then I added in a mixture of cheddar and mozzarella cheese, mixed herb on top, and then I just left it like that so that it'll be ready to chuck in the oven. You could even freeze this and on the day cook it straight from frozen. So now I'm just doing my mandatory garnishing of coriander on everything. This is how my red pasta bolognese sauce turned out. I added in some green peppers that I didn't show you guys, and then the final touches, which of course is coriander. I just do that to absolutely everything. And these are all the dishes that I made. So that's the leek and potato soup, the pasta sauce, the pasta itself, yes, I'm that lazy, the pasta bake, the chicken, and last but not least the actual pasta, which I decided to freeze for next week. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in my next video. Take care, bye.